Yeah, Veronica Mars.
I'm Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and you are?
Hello and welcome to your podcast, Buffy Summers. I'm Joe.
And I'm Travis.
And today we are going to be talking about the second season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One of arguably the best season. A lot of fans think it's like the best season of the show.
I think it has the greatest overall story arc, but I think the individual episodes are a bit weak. But as a whole, looking back on it, I'm like, yeah, season 2 was really good. But when you start picking it apart, you're like, was it though?
They just drop in all these filler episodes.
If you watch this as like a condensed season, like 13 episodes, it's a fucking amazing episode or season.
Yeah, but they're all two-parters that make up that 13 episode season.
Yeah, so it's very Netflixy.
All right, so a little description for the second season. Not getting it from iTunes since I don't own it on iTunes.
Previously.
Why
don't you just grab your season 2 box set?
I don't know why I didn't think about this before, when we did the first one. So should I do it because my box set has both English and French.
How do you say?
How you say six disques?
It's exactly how you fucking say it.
Let me not butcher the French language. All right, so the Buffy Season 2 box set says 6-disc set contains all 22 Season 2 episodes. After her death at the hands of the Master and a summer vacation spent with her father, Buffy returns to Sunnydale in a strangely withdrawn and snappy mood. She's also determined to break off her relationship with Angel and seems a little too eager to renew her Slayer training. But getting Angel out of her blood proves to be harder than she thought. And as the two draw even closer together, their passion erupts into a danger neither of them could have foreseen, affecting not only Vampire and Slayer, but all of Buffy's friends and family, and even her Watcher. ...
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it really does.
I mean, doesn't he count as friends and kind of family?
But what she does affects him the most, really.
I mean, Giles does come out of this really losing at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is the biggest loser, if you will.
Oh, God. And then he has a really rough time in season 3.
And 4. And then he just leaves the show. He's
4? No, he starts to live his best life in 4.
He's so bored in 4.
But he gets a girlfriend that doesn't
for
die.
2 episodes.
That we see. He could have had her longer. She's been around. Olivia, right?
Yeah.
Olivia. She was great for the 2 episodes she was in.
Didn't do anything.
She had sex with him.
She was in Hush. That's why people remember her, because she was in Hush. If she wasn't in Hush, people wouldn't remember her.
If she what's the what is it, the Iron Team? Right around that time, something like that. She could have been in that one. Everyone would have remembered her. Maybe she could have been in one of those lower performing episodes, and it would have been less lower performing.
She was in Restless.
Oh yeah, that's the second one. For some reason, I thought she was in the.
No, she's in a
Goodbye,
she's in a couple,
Iowa.
Because she breaks up with Giles at one point, so she's in an episode outside of Hush.
Is it Goodbye, Iowa?
It might be.
Because it's the next one. She's like.
So this is season 2. And we're not going to talk about the minor character that no one really cares about.
I loved her. There was one of 5 black people in Buffy. Okay, you got
Season 4 had a bunch of them too.
Speaking of, season 2 got Kendra.
Yeah.
We got a kind of a consequence to Buffy's death at the end of season 1. Since she technically died, we got another Slayer that was raised, and outside of that horrible accent they made her do, Kendra was amazing.
I won't say Kendra's amazing, because we don't get her enough to say she's amazing. She's in 3 episodes.
So? She could have been amazing.
She could have been amazing.
She had all the...
But I'm really glad...
the groundwork.
I think her death would have made more of a impact if we would have had known more about her. But I like the idea of a Slayer. Because this is the first time we ever really hear about like potential Slayers, even though they don't call them potential Slayers. Because Kendra has pretty much raised her entire life as a Slayer, and with the idea that one day she'll be called.
Yeah.
So they tried to add this mythology, but didn't really do
It was
much
mainly
with
like,
it.
this is what your life could have been like if you didn't have your friends and family.
But it raises a big question, just in general, about the potential Slayers. Why did no one go to Buffy?
Like before?
Before. If they were like... Because from Kendra, what we know, and Faith, what we know, because Faith had a watcher.
Yeah.
And season 7, a lot of these potential Slayers knew they were potential Slayers. And obviously it's nice that Buffy didn't know. And we see, in Becoming, we see the flashbacks with her and her watcher when she's like ditzy Buffy. And she has a long blonde wig on.
Before she... Take note, Veronica Mars. Take note. That's a flashback wig. That's a good flashback.
Good flashback wig. That had movement when she was fighting. That had good fighting movements.
Good flow. Good hairography in that.
So yeah, it adds like a weird. Why didn't Buffy have a watcher before she became a Slayer?
Wait, what?
Why didn't Buffy have a watcher, or why didn't Buffy get approached as a potential Slayer?
Oh, yeah. And then why did none of the others? But they wouldn't want to keep her near Buffy anyway, because you'd want to like not have all your eggs in one basket.
No, I just mean, set Kendra aside. My big question is, why did Buffy not know she was a Slayer?
Oh,
but everyone else seemed to have known they were Slayers. Like all the potentials, for the most part, except for a handful, I guess. Like Amanda didn't know she was a potential Slayer.
That was awesome. I love Amanda. But that's season 7. We're not gonna. So, taking us back to season 2, what are your top 5 episodes?
So my top 5 episodes are. So I'm combining the 2-parters as one episodes because I'm pretty sure they aired as one episode as well. Becoming, I'm pretty sure aired as one episode.
Maybe, yeah, but I don't think What's My Line did.
It might have not. And Innocence and
that was definitely a 2-parter.
But it was, but I'm pretty sure Becoming aired as a
single... built for a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Because it's a 2-parter on the DVD, right?
Becoming?
Becoming.
Yeah, it's, well...
Yeah.
Whatever. What is...
Okay, so I'm combining them. So my favorite of this season is Becoming, part 1 and 2.
Good.
It's actually one of my favorite finales. What's My Line, part 1 and 2.
Okay.
Passions.
Okay. Passion.
Passion.
This is not a soap opera. This is not what Spike and Dru spawned over.
This episode is the first episode to have real consequences.
Yeah, and coming from like Angel. Well, Angelus, but
yeah, because this is the moment where you realize Angel or Angelus is not Angel.
Yeah, it definitely divides.
And it's divides the Scooby Gang.
Yeah, whether or not you think Angel is Angel or Angel is Angelus, and the point, it did it to fans, it did it to the Scoobies, and it's just really good.
We'll talk about it in season 7, but I love how the Anya stuff kind of parallels this, and how everyone has very different opinions, and Buffy's like, oh, so when it's not the guy I love, it's okay, we had to save her, but because Xander's a big shit, and he wanted any excuse to kill Angel.
Kick his ass.
Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered.
Yes.
I always call this episode Bewitched, Be Bothered, and Bewildered because I feel like it should be.
It should be.
It really should be. Because I love Amy. Because I love the witch and I love Amy.
Yeah. Anytime. Well, season 6 is very hit and miss with Amy.
Like her best appearance is in her season 4 cameo. That's like the greatest.
No, God.
The best. And then Killed by Death is one of those episodes that.
Ooh.
It's always kind of haunted me as a kid, like the idea,
scary,
like the boogeyman,
it's creepy.
But that's an episode I've always really enjoyed, and I'll watch it from time to time.
Mine's similar. Probably my favorite is Lie to Me. I think it's a really good. It's the family of season 2, in a way, kind of just sets the tone of what the show is.
Yeah.
Becoming part 1 and 2. Bothered, Bewitched, Bewildered, or whatever order.
BBB.
BBB, that's all I wrote on here. It's just easier. Passion and Innocence. I'm not doing that as a two-parter. I think Innocence is a far better episode than Surprise.
Innocence is the second part, right?
Yep. Yeah. That's the one with the judge and the bazooka. Or the rocket launcher.
I like
Surprise is good. I can differentiate the two episodes.
Yeah.
Whereas Becoming just feels like a full thing. And I don't have What's My Line, but you do. But that's a kind of interesting. With season 2, it's a season where we have the most two-parters than any other season.
Yes.
Like we have 3 2-part episodes with What's My Line, Innocent, Surprise, and Becoming, but then no other season does that. We might get 1 or 2 two-parters, but never 3.
I personally see the last kind of chunk of season 7 as one continuous chunk of episodes.
Because of like how it
pretty much
takes place.
From the moment the potential show up to like pretty much Chosen, it's kind of back to back. And
I would say once Faith shows up.
Well, okay, yeah, no, truth. Once Willow returns from Angel with Faith,
it becomes one big.
It's one big like those last 6 episodes or whatever.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah,
because each episode almost ends on a cliffhanger because there's like the explosion and then.
I think this explosion in Xander's eye happened at the same time, didn't it? Because it was just like this big old... Yeah.
And then, because like the End of Days and Chosen are pretty much a two-parter. Mm-hmm. I'm not disagreeing with you.
What I was getting at with that was, why do you think they never... Because that could have been a cool thing to establish, and like just having 3 like essentially mini movies per season.
Oh, I think it was a network choice. 100% a network choice.
I could see, okay. But I feel like it worked in that season. Like, especially with Surprise and Innocence, with how... I mean, I guess you probably couldn't get another huge cliffhanger like Angel losing his soul. I mean, you could, but it would take... like, in season 3, maybe it could have been Buffy and Faith killing... Because I guess that is kind of a two-parter. Bad Girls and Consequences.
Yes. Well, they also have... like Graduation Day is a two-parter, and
but that again, that's
The Wish and Doppelgangerland.
That's not a two-parter. It's just 2 separate amazing episodes. It doesn't count. I wish it would have been cool if we got to if the network let them. You don't
see network TV doesn't have a lot of like two-parters or like continuations.
No, you have to really. But even once they became established, is
why I find it really weird. The Good Wife. And a lot of time, the episode will end, and the next episode is like pretty much a continuation.
4 seconds later,
but also like only for the first 10 minutes, and then it's its own. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's so.
That's the power of ratings. That's the power of getting. You could do whatever you want.
It's so weird because Buffy did not have that.
No, I mean for a bit, I feel like they weren't too scared certain seasons, but once they got to like 4 and 5, it was really like, ooh, are we gonna...
I don't think season 5 has any two-parters.
No, I was kind of checking.
And season 4, well, the
season 4
20
has
and 21 are a two-parter.
The Yoko Factor and Primeval,
and so is the Faith episodes.
This Year's Girl, Who Are You, and to an extent Hush and Doomed, which correct myself from earlier. I said the Iron Team came after Hush. It's in fact Doomed.
I guess it technically is, but I would not.
I wouldn't know. But season 5 does not have anything.
Well, like
The Body in Forever.
And the last 4 episodes are pretty much a giant mini movie.
Spiral, I would say. I wouldn't say Tough Love is.
No, because Tough Love ends where Spiral.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to count the last 5
Tough Love
minutes.
Is amazing.
Well, I know it's amazing.
So
I'm not.
It's like the prequel to the 3.
I love Tough Love. It's That's one of my favorite episodes. Jesus.
So anyway, I do believe it was the network UPN WB kind of hushing that because you didn't see a lot of two-parters on. No, but
how it performed.
That's a lie though, because Charmed had a lot of two-parters,
and it didn't perform.
So you know what? I don't actually have a reason. Because maybe it was a writer's thing.
I'm guessing they just didn't. It was maybe too. I don't want to say too hard, but I think that also kind of makes season 2 it's more special.
More
that
special.
more special, that it had those moments that other seasons did not.
The only time they like play.
So
I would have loved more two-parters.
it would have been more.
Because I feel like Angel played a lot more two-parters, or more like mini arcs than Buffy did.
Yeah, Angel is a lot more serialized than Buffy was, which kind of makes it hard to go back and, at least for me, like, think back on episodes I like, because I can mainly think of arcs that I liked in Angel versus certain episodes.
That's kind of what separated them after season 2 started that, and I think that's what helped separate Angel and Buffy.
Yeah, they didn't feel like the same show, but they felt like the same universe.
Yes.
I think they did that really well with those two shows, which it could have just turned into another, because that's kind of what season 1 of Angel was like, and I think that's one of its downfalls, is it was trying to replicate what Buffy did, and then season 2 they're like, no, we're just going to make this more character driven episodes versus plot driven episodes. So what were your what were your 5 least favorite Buffy episodes?
I couldn't pick 5, but I have 3.
It is not really. You couldn't. Wow. Okay.
Because
okay.
Every other episode outside of this list, there's something I enjoy about it.
Well, I'm not saying ones that were devoid of entertainment, but your 5 least favorite.
Okay, so Inca Mummy Girl.
Obviously.
Go fish outside the
Speedo scene.
I found out I was gay watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This might be a controversial response, but the Dark Age, I'm not a fan of.
I get that, because it could have been better. It was good.
They had something really interesting with the whole Giles and Ethan and Ripper thing, and did absolutely nothing with it. Ethan pops up in season 4 again.
Yep.
And then because it's the one where
a new man
into a monster.
A new man. Yep.
And they did nothing with him, but that was the most interesting part of Giles' backstory.
Ethan Rayne was such a wasted character. It's sad.
It is kind of cool that I will say I do like that the season 8 comic tried to bring him in.
But it was all for 5 seconds and they killed him.
But I will say, so back in the day, a friend of mine wrote a fan fiction called Raven, and it was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer spinoff, and one of the characters was Ethan Rayne's son, and I thought we did some really interesting things with that.
Okay.
Just
kidding. No, it was no.
That was like the
Arthur
one
Rayne.
good thing that kind of came out of that, was kind of because Ethan Rayne's son was a Watcher. Was he a Watcher?
Yes.
Yeah, he was a Watcher, and it was kind of that trying to prove it's not like you're not born evil. We had some cool ideas, and then it kind of went nowhere.
Yeah. No offense. I mean, it wasn't mine. It turned into a parody.
It turned into garbage. I got my own spin-off, and I enjoyed it, but his show...
I got 7 episodes into a spin-off.
You wrote a couple episodes of my spin-off, or like 8 episodes of my spin-off.
And of the original Raven.
Okay, anyways.
Okay,
so other episodes I don't love would be... I don't hate this episode, but Bad Egg.
What? Okay, you don't hate this episode, but it's on your least favorite list.
It's one of those episodes I never rewatch.
But I could say that for... Oh, never mind. It's a good episode. It's an invasion of the body snatchers in a really fun way to do in the Buffyverse.
The one thing I really like about Bad Egg is I really like the Texan vampires.
Oh, yeah!
Because they're so fun and stupid.
And then they come back in season 3.
One of them does.
Yeah. Well, one of them's dead.
Eats them. And I kind of like the whole Buffy just not doing what Joyce needs, and then her Slayer life does have these consequences, and she just looks like a slacker to her mom.
Yeah.
She just looks like she's not doing anything. And not I saved this girl from being murdered, but okay, Mom.
See, it's a good episode.
And then I think my 5th...
Justice for Bad Egg.
I guess Reptile Boy.
Yeah.
I
think I've watched that twice.
I only like it because it's a good Cordelia Buffy episode.
I don't remember what happens.
They go to a frat.
That's right. That's right.
And I
It's
actually
just
really like the reptile monster. I thought it was really cool.
I have Reptile Boy, Inca Mummy Girl. I don't have 5.
Oh, what?
Don't judge me. Some Assembly Required is alright.
I love that episode. I don't love it, but I really like that episode. It's a really good Cordelia episode.
Go Fish is only good for the Speedo scene.
And a young, what's his name from...
Wentworth Miller.
Yeah.
And I guess I have a controversial one.
Okay.
With I Only Have Eyes for You.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that episode. The only good part of that episode was, like, the Giles stuff. And dealing with, like, the Jenny and him and Willow bonding a bit over that. And then Willow that's the episode where Willow finds the
floppy disk?
Yes, the floppy disk.
That holds a curse
I almost
on it?
said flash drive, and it definitely was,
It was not a flash drive. It was a floppy disk.
But the episode, I hate it.
I like the twist. I was like...
The twist of the teacher banging the boy?
No, because I'm not a fan of student-teacher, whatever. But I like the twist that Buffy's the boy.
Oh, yeah.
And she shoots Angel, but Angel can't die that way.
Right, so they got to play it out. And
I thought that was really cool, and...
I'll give it that.
That was one of the smarter writing moments. But the episode as a whole isn't that great. It just has a good conclusion to it.
There's something, I never want to rewatch it. I don't know why. I don't care. I do
That's
not
fine.
care.
What else you got?
That was all.
Okay.
Who was your favorite Scooby of the season? Scooby, not like side character. Scooby.
I know what a Scooby is.
Core 4.
Core 4?
Scooby!
I would say Cordelia is a Scooby.
I guess you're right.
I was gonna go with Willow, but Cordelia, because she had the most growth. She
gets more growth in 3, though.
I guess, but
It starts it though. She gets some good stuff.
Because she's a very wow.
Thanks, person that followed us on Twitter. Really appreciate that. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, it's at veronicamarspod, like this person did. Thanks, Kelly. Sorry.
I'm gonna give it to Willow because I think this is where because Willow's kind of a blonde in the first season. She's just kind of there, like mopey that she can't get with Xander.
Yeah.
But this season, she meets Oz and she starts doing the magic stuff, which is really interesting.
Reinsouls Angel.
I love that's one of my favorite moments is when she reinsouls Angel
In the series.
Yeah.
Like, period.
And I love when Cordelia is like, she's supposed to be doing that.
Right?
And Oz is just like,
I think so. No, that is definitely one of the
and also
greatest
I love
fucking moments.
I don't know, it's not like a great Willow moment, but I love when she pulls out her fish out of the envelope and they're all on a string.
Oh, that's so sad. That's heartbreaking.
And then of course the best is when Cordelia is like, I invited Angel in my car. And everyone's just like, fuck off.
Can someone fix my car?
Yeah, Willow, and then I think Buffy. I really like Buffy this season too.
Yeah,
So I like how angsty she is when she comes back.
I don't think there's a bad Buffy season though.
No, and I wish they would have explored more with the idea that she died, and I guess they do in season 6 because she really died.
I think they did a really good job with that in the premiere, where
because everyone's so mean to her. It's like she fucking died, yo. She straight up was murdered.
And I think it's a good way they were able to like use that to like reestablish her relationships with all the other Scoobies and kind of explore how I like that they didn't just like sweep it under the rug. Like it was a point of the premiere is Buffy died and there's consequences to that.
And one of the great moments talking about when she was bad, when she smashes the Master's bones, and
that's so satisfying of a moment.
She's
too.
almost like not crying, but she almost wants to cry because
it's cathartic.
Killed her, and yeah, she killed him, but it was almost like this it's out of her system now, and she's like, okay. Because I'm
Let's
sure
go to
all,
the Bronx.
all summer she was probably just like clinging to this whole like
All the nightmares I'm sure
yeah,
she had.
and she can't tell her dad.
Right.
She could be like, oh, FYI.
Couldn't tell Dawn.
Yeah, she couldn't tell Dawn. She was like, oh, FYI, I died, Pops, but I'm good. I just drowned a little bit.
Just a little.
A little bit.
I saw the light for a second.
I'd say it was fine. It was fine.
Or the fire. I'm not sure. Oh, no. We do establish it was heaven.
Yeah. So that was, I think, it was really, as much as I would have loved them to explore it a bit more, I also get it, because at that point in the show, because I think the next episode is fucking like a filler episode. No, it's
Yeah, it's some assembly required.
yeah, exactly. So it's kind of like, I think the network's like, cool, we need a monster of the week.
Come on, let's do this.
Because there is really no monster of the week in the first episode.
No, it's just Buffy dealing with life. It's very reminiscent of 6. I have Giles. This is my favorite Scooby of the season, because I think this is the season he gets to do the most.
I like him more in season 3. Like the stuff at the Watchers Council is my favorite.
Well, that's
Giles.
fun just because he's just like, fuck you. Fuck off. I'm done. Whatever. I just think there's more, like, he gets a relationship.
He's an actual person this season.
We get to see him
Mr.
in a...
X, what's the fucking word I'm trying to think?
Watcher? Parental figure?
Never mind, I can't think of the word.
Super adult?
No, when he explained everything in season 1.
Oh, like the exposition.
The exposition, yeah. He was pretty much Mr. Exposition in season 1. In season 2, it's like, okay, well, let's give him like a character.
He gets like an adult relationship, so it's no longer weird that it's this grown man.
It's still weird.
It's not as weird now that he has like a girlfriend.
Fair, all the Scoobies are in their mid-20s, so it's okay.
It's it's just really nice. Like he gets story. He gets granted the Dark Age could have been a bit better, but like Halloween even touches on that.
Oh yeah.
Passion, of course. Oh no, season 3 is the one with taking her powers away.
Yeah. Checkpoint.
Not
Checkpoint.
No.
What's it called?
What is it?
Do you know?
Do I know? Yeah, I know that it's Helpless.
Helpless? Yeah. It's Helpless.
God bless
I loved it. We'll talk so much, but it's one of my favorite episodes of the whole series.
Yeah.
I guess talking about Giles, we can also talk about Jenny. I thought she was a nice addition to the series.
You know what really sucks? Is that she's like a super right-wing
I know
Trump supporter.
I remember reading an interview that she hated all the magic stuff on Buffy.
Yes!
But also, a few years ago, she was using Buffy to make money because she was selling off, like, there was like not an action figure, sort of like an action figure on her. She was using that to make money off Buffy fans.
What?
And selling like signed photos. And she goes to conventions, so she's making money off Buffy.
Oh.
It's like, be all you want to be and believe what you want to be, but then you can't also turn around and make money off the stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's shitty. Gross.
Yeah. But I liked her character, but I also can't see where her character would have gone much further. Especially with Willow. Like, she could have been a cool, like, help for Willow, but
that's kind of, she would have been that, and then Giles' love interest, and she would have been just a plot.
She just would have been
device of a character.
Well, I worry that if she was there, they wouldn't have introduced, like, Anya wouldn't, because there were too many characters in season 4 if she was still around. So I'm assuming Anya wouldn't have stuck around.
Well, she could have died, like, in graduation day.
No, because it doesn't have a happy ending.
I mean, it's like how Anya died at season 7, at the end of season 7. Like, we still got a happy
Giles
ending.
would be devastated.
I mean,
Xander and Anya were broken up by then.
Have them have like grown apart a bit by then.
Whatever.
Like, they're friends, but like she gave him chlamydia, so he's not too happy with her.
But it's perfect that Angel kills her.
Yeah,
there's something perfect about it, because that family just cannot. Angel will not leave that family because he's pretty much.
Finally, I got to finish the job. It
kind of seems like she was like the Angels killed that bloodline. There's nothing else.
Nope. Yeah, because the grandfather died, and
yeah.
then she died, and she definitely didn't have any children.
No.
Although that could have been cool to find out, like, she gave up a kid a while back
that'd be so, like, Robin.
What?
Like Robin Wood? We don't need, like,
No, not like that. Like, she had a kid, but didn't want... she wanted her bloodline to live on just in case, so put him up for adoption.
Anyway.
It could, season 20 of Buffy, when that comes out in comic form. So, with the introduction of all the new characters this season, because we got some really fun ones like Spike, Drusilla, Oz, Kendra, Ethan. We got Gay Larry.
Season 2 really established a big chunk of those characters are very important to the series.
They stay around.
Like, Spike's there till the end. Drusilla's pretty much there till the end.
Till season 6. Well, she comes...
Well, she's an angel.
First.
What?
But is she an angel, like, season 5?
She's an angel season 5. Because they had that episode...
Oh, the flashbacks, though. But I'm talking, like,
no.
present
Well,
day.
because season 2, I think, is the last time we see her on Angel.
And then season 6 on Buffy.
She's not in season 6 of Buffy.
Or is it 5?
It's season 5.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? And she has the dolls on the train.
Oh, yeah, 'cause she's coming back from LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She had slept with the Chaos Demon.
Well,
she broke up with Spike. Oh, no, that's...
She comes back because her and Darla were teamed up and then set them on fire.
Yeah, that was so cool.
That's
a really good episode. Anyway, who were your favorite new characters that were introduced this season?
Spike as a villain is one of my favorite characters. But we'll have so much more to talk about him in the next couple episodes. Oz
is great.
I think
Oz was
is a really good character, but also... So I listened to a podcast that was talking about Oz and Willow, and they're very correct when they said they don't have much chemistry.
They're just cute.
They're cute together, yeah. And he's a fine character, but also he adds very little to the whole series.
It's
because when you think about Buffy and like big moments in Buffy,
he's not really part of
think about Oz, and he's in like these scenes.
2, 3, and 4.
He's in a lot of these scenes. Like he's in the finales. Like he's there when Buffy blows up the judge, but you don't picture him there. When you think like the high school years, you think Buffy, Willow, Xander, Cordelia, Giles.
He's almost like one of those characters that they come back in like season 7 and you're like, oh yeah, by the way, he was here the whole time.
Yeah.
Just in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's what Grey's Anatomy does sometimes. Like doctors will pop up. It's like, I've been in this hospital the whole time. I've been on the other wing.
It's like, yeah.
I've just been on what is it on what was it? Boy Meets World did that. One of the characters from the early seasons popped back up, and he's like, "I've been here the whole time. I'm just on the other side of the hallway, so you can't see me."
So much. Oh, Minkus.
Yeah.
When they graduate,
I was just on the other side of the hallway where the camera's not facing.
Mine would be either Drusilla or Oz. I think Drusilla was such a wonderful addition to the series, and
I like that Dru was the strong one because Spike gets like
how it switches mid-season.
Yeah, you think she's gonna be like the blah blah blah, but then she like lifts him up in the Burn church, I believe it was.
It's so cool.
And then I love her and Angel's banter and just how fucking Spike hates it.
Yeah. Oof.
I don't quite understand why Spike took so long to heal. I don't quite get that, and I know he was faking, but also. Did no one like, okay, you're a vampire, you should get out of this wheelchair, you're fine.
It didn't have to do with like how he was damaged or something.
But he
like the curse.
But I can't really remember. I feel like it was not explained very well. And Angel just didn't care enough, and Dru was into Angel.
She just wanted a 3-way all
the
the time. She wanted her throuple to work.
What I really like about Spike is this season is he's kind of there when Joyce finds out about Buffy.
Yeah.
And
I was in the school and don't attack my daughter.
Yeah.
Rawr.
And it sets up one of the greatest relationships in the series is Spike and Joyce.
God, I wish that would have gotten explored even. I mean, I guess it was good with what we got, but
I almost wish whatever, we'll talk about that in season 5, but yeah, but Spike as a villain I enjoyed. Like his first couple episodes, like when he kills the Anointed One.
Oh yeah, I don't fucking had it with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
What since we had so many like characters that well established in the series in this season.
If you look at the season 2 promo photos, there's a lot of fucking people in those promo photos. And Jenny doesn't even make the cut.
Right.
So
to add even more onto this boat, who from a later season would you have liked to have seen pop up in season 2?
no one.
No one? I think it would have been cool to have Andrew. Like it's not like as a main character or anything, but to have him pop up in the high school years. That way when we get to him in season 6, I'm like, oh yeah, you were there. Like,
no.
Because like not as big of a force as like Jonathan, but still at least like an episode. Like put him in some assembly required. I don't know.
I think I would have liked him in season 3 because that's when his brother shows up.
But I think it would have been better to have him in 2, his brother in 3, and then him back in 6.
No. I can't really think of anyone else because like
I wouldn't want like Tara, Anya.
well, Tara would make no sense.
Yeah.
Anya...
Plus she's being like homeschooled in the mountain folk.
Yeah. Anya would be too soon.
Yeah, she wouldn't have really fit
No.
at that point because Cordelia was very much that role.
Because you couldn't do The Wish without... The Wish really works because you have the 2 seasons behind it.
And you don't know Anya.
You don't... Yeah. Also, if you did The Wish in season 2...
Oh, no.
Because Buffy and Angel don't have that huge romance quite yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because, whatever, when Buffy sees Angel die in The Wish and she has no reaction...
Oh, that's so good.
It doesn't hold any meaning because, like, you know she killed him at the end of season 2.
Yeah.
And then Riley wouldn't really make sense.
No.
Because he's from Iowa.
The initiative would have been cool to see in, like, some capacity to just show that they were part of the town. Kind of like how...
I would have liked to see the mayor. That's what I would have liked to see.
Yeah.
The mayor would have been neat to set that up a little bit.
Yeah. Instead of just, like,
Or even
talking
Mr.
about
Trick
him
or
as a
something.
presence. Or the city council. Because they mentioned,
Yeah.
like, the city council is all part in on this
Yeah.
type of thing. That would have been really cool. Yeah. What about Dawn? What if you just like 1, maybe 2 episodes
Ted.
she was in?
It had to be Ted.
That's what I was saying. Like either like Ted or Killed by Death would have been the best episodes to have her in.
Or I guess when she was bad, because that's a lot of Buffy Joy
Oh,
stuff.
hey Buffy, back from jail. She
would
would have been with her.
Ted.
Yeah. Buffy was
And
a
then also Becoming.
bitch to me this whole summer.
Becoming would have been interesting to see her.
No.
Because I would have liked her to be Spike.
Or it would have been cool to have her there when, like, she reveals to Joyce that she's a Slayer, and Dawn's like, well, yeah, like, duh. Like, we knew something. Like, it would have been nice to have a perceptive Dawn, but I don't think she would have been.
Having Dawn there, I think would have... The Joyce Buffy stuff in Becoming is so tense.
Because it's just
the
them.
Because that's all they have.
Yeah.
And then, because Joyce, when she goes up and reads a note and Buffy's gone, it kills me every time. You got Sarah McLachlan playing in the background.
That bitch.
And Joyce obviously didn't handle it the greatest, but also...
Obviously, yeah.
It's a... I hate saying this kind of stuff, like it's a metaphor for coming out, but it kind of was a metaphor.
It was. It definitely was.
Joyce's reaction is like a common reaction.
And what was nice about it too is it doesn't just have to be like a metaphor for coming out like gay or anything. It could be like just hiding any sort of secret.
So like all those, I'm not gonna say. And Joyce realizes she's wrong, but also it's in the moment you say stuff.
Have you tried not being the Slayer?
because also Buffy doesn't let it slip that she died until season 3, right? Because that's when Faith shows up. She lets it slip that she died.
Yeah, and then she gets like real worried about her.
Yeah.
I think it would also have been fun to have Dawn in the Halloween episode.
But not in costume, right?
I don't know. I think it could have been fun to have her in costume.
Her as Buffy?
Oh my god. I was thinking she would want to be like someone from The Craft. Like she likes all that witchy stuff or whatever, because any kid does. But Joyce is like, no, we're just gonna make you like a cute little mouse or something. Like,
she's like a fairy
and then
or
she's
something?
just like, she could be the mouse. And then she's just like scurrying around the house the whole episode. So, piggyback. I'm just imagining her like... He
thinks that's such a great idea.
I'm just imagining her like skittering up the stairs. And Joyce like, what the fuck is going on?
Joyce wasn't even there.
But neither was Dawn, but we're imagining this is something else, you asshole. Who other characters that weren't around for the Halloween episode, what would you have liked their costumes to have been? Anya. What would Anya have been? We already got a bunny. She's not doing a bunny already. I think it would be fun to have her as a troll, because then you could, like, establish that a bit earlier on.
I think Anya would have gone as, like, something pop culture-ish.
Let's see what...
Because she was a Charlie's Angels in season 6.
She was a bunny in 4, though. Because
that was her first Halloween, so Xander told her to dress up as something scary.
That's right.
Let's see, 90... What is this, 97 now?
97, yeah, for 97? Halloween it would have been 97.
I don't know. I can't think of
anything pop culture. Was the faculty then?
I don't know. Because these are the kind of... Like, I don't see those kind of characters dressed up. Like, I see Tara...
Especially at that
Tara dressed up as a witch. Or...
I was thinking her of, like, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
But Tara wouldn't dress up. That's too much attention.
Not as Dorothy. That's very modest.
But it's also... She doesn't want any attention towards her, so I don't think she would dress up.
I don't know. She can wear one of her Mormon skirts.
Yeah.
In that, so I think.
And then I think Riley would either be an army man or like a like just wear a tuxedo.
I imagine him as like Hercules, like going as like something like that.
Yes.
Or like, I don't think Gladiator out. Was out.
No, I don't think Xena was
out. Oh my god!
I don't think Xena was out yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Xena was before Buffy.
No,
or started before.
It was started after Buffy.
Really? Well, you looked
like
that up.
Around the same time as Buffy.
I imagine Faith would be...
Oh, you're correct. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. It was 95. I apologize.
It feels so good.
I apologize.
I imagine Faith going as a vampire. I think that would be cool.
Faith
but I guess she wouldn't have been a slave. Go big or go home. Just scaring the shit out of Buffy the whole time.
She'd go as Sarah Connor.
Oh, God. Or Kakistos. If we're going back to vampires. That's her big scary.
Yeah.
But I like Sarah Connor. I think that would be really funny. That'd be good. And then Riley could just been the Terminator. Anyway. So, let's say end of Becoming.
Yeah.
Buffy is saved. Buffy is able to save Angel. He's reinsouled in time, so she doesn't have to kill him before the portal opens or whatever. But someone still has to die because this is Buffy. Who would you kill instead of Angel?
I want to say Xander. Cause
that's probably what I put.
But also, it would make no sense for him to die because he's not involved in anything.
But, I mean, it would still give Buffy that emotional pain. It was not as much as Angel, but I think it would still give her enough pain to leave town.
I don't think it would.
I do.
No, because
it's like one of her best friends
She would have
died,
Angel though,
and it would be her fault.
Angel wouldn't have let her leave though. Angel wouldn't have let her like.
Let her.
Yeah.
Let her.
Yeah. It was 97. It was 98.
We weren't that progressive.
Because Buffy would have someone to confide in, because she couldn't confide in her friends. Because she thought they all wanted Angel dead.
That's right. Okay, I didn't think this question all the way through when I posed it. I don't...
Because if anyone else died, she would have the group with her.
That's true. I guess. Could have killed Joyce early on in this. Or Giles might have been a big... If he, died protecting her or something. I don't know. I think Joyce or Giles might have driven her out.
I just don't think so, because Angel is there.
I guess. Okay, then speaking of ships, what was your favorite relationship to see blossom this season? I gave you these questions ahead of time.
I like dramatic pause. I'm a Buffy Angel fan, so I did like where the relationship went until...
I don't know, even after, it was really fun. Especially if you're into that weird shit.
I really enjoyed the Xander Cordelia stuff, mostly for Cordelia's kind of falling from her friends.
Yeah, and her growth as a person.
Because I find it really interesting that It's such a, like, it feels so dated that Cordelia would have to give up her friends to date someone.
Yeah.
But it's also such a high school
trope
thing that I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
But also, Cordelia could have done so much better than Xander.
So
like,
much.
But I also
better.
enjoy when he's walking, like, in a Speedo and she's like,
That's
yeah,
mine. That's mine.
Yeah.
Back off, bitches.
Buffy, Willow, fuck you.
What? Your boyfriend is a psycho murderer and yours is some mute werewolf?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. That's what I get every night.
I'm winning. I like Giles and Jenny.
But also, Cordelia and Xander didn't have sex because he lost his virginity to Faith.
Yeah. Is Cordy a virgin?
I want to say no. And here's why.
I brought a chart.
Because I think Cordelia is very comfortable in her sexuality.
Yeah.
And also, Cordelia is the type of person that she knows her appearance and sexuality is her one big weapon. Mm-hmm. So she uses it to get what she wants. And I applaud her for that. And I think they could have explored that a bit more in Buffy.
And and if that is the case, they never made her virginity a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I appreciate, like, she never
else.
Yeah, she never, like, brings up, like, oh, when I lost my virginity, it was so romantic.
I think she lost it just to lose it, pretty much, because she's probably like a horny 16-year-old.
I would have really loved to see, like, where she's the one character is like, it's your virginity, like, what the fuck, like, it doesn't matter, like, the only reason this matters some man said it mattered, and just, like, drive that home.
Yeah, which is why I find it weird that her and Xander didn't have sex.
Yeah,
because also Xander's like a 16-year-old or 17-year-old boy. He'd be like, let me pull it out.
Right? Like, now? Like, yeah.
Because Cordelia's fine.
She is. And Xander is.
Yeah.
Really good looking in season 2. Do you have a crack ship for season 2?
A crack ship?
Yeah, like someone, like a couple that wouldn't really ever be together to see them together. Because I think
I have one.
Okay.
And I'm really
no.
embarrassed.
Oh my god, no.
I
don't want to know. Okay.
It would definitely. I'm not even embarrassed by it, but it would definitely be Angel and Spike.
Oh, that's not a crack. That's a legit thing. It's been established.
Or there was this fan fiction I wrote a long time ago where Xander does a spell, but it's men that are attracted to him. And it's Xander, Spike, and Angel. And, like, that's my crack ship. And then, like, Xander's just, like, their slave. And is like, this feels right. This is right.
How you say menage a trois? I thought it would have been cool to see Drusilla and Xander in a or like her kind of seducing him
in any kind of relationship where Xander is like the
sub,
yeah. Where he has a leash on.
Like, it would have been cool, and especially with the Dracula episode later on, like her seducing him and then hypnotizing him as some sort of mole in the group and using him for that. I think that could have been a really fun thing to incorporate Xander in a way that wasn't like pining after Buffy and being mad at Angel. And oh no, I guess he doesn't string Willow on until like season 3 in a weird way. But as we said before, season 2 had, for better or worse, quite a bit of filler episodes.
It did.
That ranged from like really good to fucking horrible.
They did.
What are your top 2 fave and least fave from the following? Some Assembly Required, Inca Mummy Girl, Reptile Boy, Ted, Bad Eggs, BBB, Killed by Death, and Go Fish.
Well,
I guess, yeah.
It'd be Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered, and Killed by Death are my kind of favorites.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite would be Inca Mummy Girl and Go Fish.
Oh, see, I would put Reptile Boy. And instead of Killed by Death, I might switch it out for Bad Eggs.
That's fine. I know a lot of people don't like Killed by Death.
Which is odd. I love that episode. It's a really good one.
It's weird. A lot of people seem to hate a lot of season 2, but love season 2.
It's because it's a lot of filler episodes, but the arcs are really good.
It's not that there's a lot of filler episodes.
But there are.
They're poorly placed filler episodes.
Yeah.
Is the problem. I don't mind too many filler episodes because Buffy has some of the best filler episodes.
Definitely.
But School Hard should have been episode 2, not episode 3. But you could have put in a better filler episode there.
But I feel like going right into School Hard, you're like, okay, she just came back, and now we're at the big bad.
But
give us some room to breathe.
But then pick a better episode.
Okay, I would agree with that more.
Go Fish, I don't think is an awful episode, but it's like
right at the end
before the finale. So all this shit's going on, and all this shit's about to go on. It's like, hey, you know what'd be really good? Nicholas Brendan in a Speedo, and just like
some weird ass fish people.
Yeah, because also another thing that season 2's filler episodes did that really bugged me. A lot of them end on cliffhangers, or like, and then we get nothing from it ever again. Because Bad Egg ends like that, and so does Go Fish.
It's really, it's a choice.
Yeah,
it's a choice.
And the fact that the comics never did anything with the Bad Egg cliffhanger, because I think there's something there. There's something there.
I don't know. I think the comic,
not the season 8 comic, like the when the show was airing comics, the non-canon comics.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I was like, that's a 7 years later type of situation. I mean, I guess they've done worse things in the comics. Other than that, do you have? I don't know if I have too much else.
I think what makes season 2 really memorable is it's very, and then this is why my dad's really kind of stopped watching season 2. It became very story driven and like character driven.
After season 2 or season 2?
During season 2.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember season 2 not for individual episodes, but for the big moments in season 2.
Yeah, it's really starting in season 3 where I could still pick out episodes of season 1 and 2, but it's not until season 3 that I can really just hone in on specific episodes versus whole arcs of it, because they definitely compress the arcs down more, but not in a bad way. Like, I don't feel like we lost any sort of quality.
No.
Once they shifted over to that in season 3 and going forward, if anything, I think it helped the show a bit and kind of established it as its own. And then with Angel kind of picking that up in season 2 of it, I think it really just defined both shows at that point. And we're really lucky for it. What's in season 2, what would your most iconic moment of the season be?
Most iconic
like when you think of season 2 and you're like that moment.
When I think of season 2, the moment that always gets me is when Buffy and Angel are fighting and becoming, and she doesn't have a sword.
Yes.
And he says, "Without your sword, what are you? Without your sword, without your friends, what are you?" And he goes to stab her, and she grabs it, and she's like, "What did she say? Like a Buffy?" And she's like,
"No." She's like, "What do you?" He says, "Without your weapons, your friends, what do you have left?" And then he goes and she blocks it. She says, "Me."
Yeah.
And then knocks it back. That's the most iconic moment.
Punches him with the end of the sword.
Oh, I love it. Honestly, I think that might be the best moment in the series.
It's up there. I'll give it top 5.
At least top 3. I think it that's...
The whole fight between Buffy and Angel is also really good.
Yeah, the choreography.
Because it's also just so emotionally driven. Also, when Angel kills Jenny is super iconic because it's
just the neck snap and the roses. Like right in front of the window of the school.
You don't think it's gonna happen because you're like, okay, well, she's almost pretty much a main character,
and it's Angel,
and he needs to be redeemed.
Because
TV logic is when someone goes bad, they can't do anything too bad because they need to be redeemed. Like,
Joss said, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Watch what I could do.
And then, but it really helps sell the whole Angel and Angelus are different.
It does, because if we didn't have that, it would always be very murky. But once that happens, you have to kind of choose a side of how you look at the vampire lore and whether or not it's... Which, really pisses me off because then it gets turned around
Yeah.
in season 6 with Spike and what his soul and not soul, but then he has this whole chip thing and that's annoying.
This is when the show is simpler.
Right, when Angel good, Angel is bad.
Also,
for trying to be not so black and white, they also had a lot of very black and white things.
Though also Angelus killing Jenny raised the stakes, because in season 1 the Master wasn't really a threat because he wasn't doing anything. But
no, he was just like
he was
cackling maniacally in his hole in the ground.
And he was like sending out.
I'll get you.
And a lot of the villains of the week had nothing to do with the Master. They just happened to pop out.
Yeah.
And yet he was menacing in the last episode because he killed Buffy.
And he was able to get do something.
Angel kills Jenny halfway through the season, like a little bit past halfway through the season.
It's like 3/4.
Yeah. So he's a threat for the rest of the series, and everyone takes it so seriously. Like, because everyone's invited him in, so they had to find the spell to keep him out. And
which that's the beginning of that all happening with. Oh no, we invited a vampire in. Let's look.
Yeah, but Angelus works as a villain because he killed Jenny. It's because he's a threat. That's why Faith is a threat in season 3. It's because she's shown to murder people,
innocent people.
Yeah. And that's why and then that's kind of the trend, because and then Adam's a threat because he kills that kid, and then Warren's a threat because he kills that. Does he kill his girlfriend?
Katrina, yep.
Yeah.
That's when it really shifts over to
Caleb's a threat because, and the first is a threat because they're straight up murdering people.
Yes, a lot of people.
But because
and Glory destroying some mind. Well, she whooped Buffy's ass out the gate. Yeah, that's kind of what it's.
Yeah, Glory didn't need to kill people. But the thing about Glory is she didn't care enough to kill people.
No, and plus she didn't need to. She was just like, I want your brain.
The decent thing would be for Glory to kill. It was almost worse that Glory didn't kill people. And then the fact that they only got Tara's mind back, succeed. But all these people are we'll never have their loved ones back again. And Will's like, well, I got mine. So.
You could all learn witchcraft too. I could show you the books.
Wasn't that hard.
So what you have to do first and foremost that helped me was re-insouling this vampire.
Angel, we just need to unsoul you a few times. Buffy!
We'll chain you up for a little bit. People are going to test this out on you.
But yeah, because Angelus was... Because you also had to, you have this connection with this character for a season and a half.
He might have... I think he might... Oh, God. I want to say he's one of my favorite big bads, but then you have Glory and the Mayor.
I like Angelus because it's so personal.
Yeah, it's very personal.
It's the only big bad that's personal. I mean, Faith gets kind of personal because she...
But it was more the Mayor was the big bad of the season. Faith was more...
Yeah.
Your big bad.
And then also,
your
Willow, I guess, was really personal as a big bad, but...
That was the last 3 episodes of the season. Warren was that big bad.
That was also kind of personal because Warren...
It was, but...
Yeah. Warren as a big bad was, diffused real quick. Real quick.
Willow solved that situation.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have for season 2, which is odd.
It has a beautiful box art. It's actually my favorite out of all of them, with Buffy and Angel in the red.
See, I think season 3 is my favorite of all of them.
This one, my box is destroyed. That's why I want to buy a new one. But they don't use this art anymore.
They know. You could get it off eBay, I'm sure.
I also don't.
Just wouldn't be new. That's kind of...
Which is fine.
Different.
I wish, because the Apple cover is not the same either.
Oh, no, because they use that, pop art looking one. Do you have anything?
No.
Alrighty. So then, with that, remember that you can always reach out to us via email, veronicamarspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to talk about Buffy episodes, Veronica Mars episodes, any other series that you would like us to cover for our bonus and or hiatus episodes, you can follow us on Twitter or Instagram, Veronica Mars Pod, on both of those platforms. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Ojo, OHJEAUX. Where are you at, Travis?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can find me at Travis Truant. That's Travis, and then TRUANT for Truant.
Be sure to subscribe to us on whatever podcasting app that you use. That way you won't miss any of our episodes, considering we have been saying one thing and doing another when it comes to releasing episodes on our hiatus, but that's whatever. We need a break. Yeah, okay. We took a little break. We took a little break.
22 episodes of Veronica Mars.
This is the first episode we've recorded in the same room.
It's a good show, but also it's a lot.
Episode by episode gets a little fun, and we breezed through season 1, it felt like. But while you're on that podcast app subscribing to us, find the rating system for the podcast. If it's stars, go to those little stars at the 5 point and give it a little
tappa tappa tappa.
At 5 to let us know how much you enjoyed the episode.
Or 1, whatever.
Or cool. Not. How about we keep it at 5? We got a 4 and I'm crying on the inside.
The truth will set you free, Joe.
So 5, yeah, the truth. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a better day than Buffy
Jenny
having
Calendar.
to... Oh, God! Make Jenny great again. Bye.
Shut up, turd! I'm watching Buffy.